Happy day, YouTube. My name is John, and this is my channel, The Intermancer. Let me show you something I've been working on. With the last episode, I just about finished adding in the mutation behavior that I've been working on for organism, chromosome, and gene. However, I'm having a problem with my build. So for this episode, we're going to get the build back to green. Very exciting. We'll see if we have some things to do. We'll see if we can make progress beyond that, how long it takes. I honestly don't know how long this will take. So, first thing to do is to address this failed test for organism test. Let's shrink here. And which one is failing? Test get mutation false. 3 organism mutations plus mutations from 2 chromosomes plus gene mutations. So add mutations, exchange mutations. Okay. So we will try debugging this test. Oh, I didn't put a breakpoint. Let's see. It looks like it automatically here. So it didn't. Okay. Debug test. I started the test on debug, but I didn't have a breakpoint, so it just ran right through. Compiling. And this is my first time doing debug with this interface, with this IDE, so we'll see how it goes. Debug, the techniques should be the same no matter what IDE you use, so we'll see how it goes. All right. It has me there. Debug console. Breakpoints, call stack. Here. Where do I do my stepping? Get lens, debug console, problems. Here we go. So step over this. And step over this. Organism, chromosome 1, organism. Size 0. Okay, so it's building things. It's adding. I haven't really looked at this test too much. I haven't looked in detail at this test That probably counts as a moral failing on my part. So this has got an adder gene and a multiplier gene. Have we added mutation behavior to these test genes? Adder gene, operation, copy of. Look at this. This does not have any of that stuff. But those mutation behaviors come from gene itself. And so it has the standard get mutation command list. Okay. So back to organism test. Step over this. Organism over here in this chromosomes list. We're about to see new chromosomes added. 1, boom, 2, good. Now get mutation command list. So let's just step through this. We'll see what all it has. In mutations, 15. 3 from organism. Gene. 1, 2. Chromosome, gene, okay. got lots of different mutation commands. But we have 15, and it says more than 20. Where did it get more than 20? So mutations array filter for the M. So it's filtering, so the stream for list, it just gets descriptions, contains, add a random chromosome. So it's counting the add mutations that say add a random chromosome. Why does it say add mutations? Okay, any mutations that are just adding a chromosome. It should say add chromosome mutations. So it's not completely clear, but that's fine. And since it's for organism, which would be adding a random chromosome, organism, mutations, have next Gaussian. What is that? False next Gaussian. What? These are the mutations. Random. ID multiple. Okay, let's see what goes through here. Mutations, add mutation. Count. Okay, so it had one where the description contains add a random chromosome. So boom. For organism. So let's see. For organism, how many mutations do we expect it to have? Organism. Get add random chromosome mutation. Add a random chromosome. Delete a random chromosome. Reorder a single chromosome. Okay. Get add just one. Okay. So good. We do expect it to have one of those. Probably this third one. Val random. This. ID multiple. Nope. Okay, not that one. This. Description. I'm confused. I am indeed confused. But I don't need to worry about that. Back to the stack. Where are we? Okay, add mutations got one, that passed. Exchange mutation, reorder a single chromosome. I would think two, because didn't it get two of those? Gene. 4. Oh, this is organism. Where is organism? This is not the most coherent video. I'm kind of chewing through what all's going on. Reorder seen only if more than one chromosome. So if okay, get exchange chromosome reorder. So if there's more than one chromosome in the gene, it adds a reorder and it adds a delete. Good. Okay. So we expect there to be one of these. That's fair. All right, back to here. And reorder single chromosomes. That'll be true. Because exchange mutations, add mutations, exchange mutations 1 and 1, delete mutations. Okay. 3 organism mutations plus mutations from 2 chromosomes plus gene mutations. We have 2 gene mutations, or 2 genes, adder and multiplier, and each gene should have 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 8. 8 for gene, 8 for the 2 genes. From the chromosomes, we get 1, because it's only got 1 gene each chromosome. So this one's not going to do it, but this one will. 1, 2, so 2 for each of the chromosomes. So that's 4, 8, 12, and then mutations. 3 for the organism, 2 for chromosome 4, 14. Where does it get 20? 3 organism mutations, 3 plus 4 is 7, plus 8 is 15. So another place where the LLM just freaking hallucinated. It says here that it should have more than 20 mutations. Now that I've gone through what the test did and all the setup and all the stuff and reminded myself of each of the mutations that get added at each of the level, I agree with the debug that it should have 15. So why it says more than 20, I don't know. I do not know. So we're just going to play this through and then edit the test. And there's nothing in my context files that say how these tests should work. So I'm largely trusting in the LLM to give me good tests. That's very frustrating. Okay, so let's see. Does that fix the build? I don't think so, right? Because organism test failed. Where did this fail? $347. Okay, copy this. Let's go to the browser. See the report. Failed tests. Test get mutation command list multiple chromosomes. Get mutation command list single chromosome. Okay. Is this structure? No, that's get. Search. Looks like I don't have a structure method that just tells me that just lets me go to the different methods in my test class. It's very unfortunate, very unfortunate. Multiple chromosomes. Where did you fail? Ah, I said greater than 15. Should be equals 15. Okay. Good. That one's passing. That's good. That was a dumb failure on my part. Okay, now with the other one. Reload this. Just add chromosome mutation. .438. Okay, what's 438 say? Test add chromosome mutation. 438. Let's see what this failed. Test add chromosome mutation. 438. Why is it saying it's failing here but passing inside of here? 438. I do not understand that. Why did this pass and this fail? Whatever. Okay, so we got the failure we're looking for. Chromosome generator creates 3 to 6 genes. Okay. Test add chromosome mutation. New organism for add test. Add chromosome for new chromosome. Get chromosomes dot size. Original size is got to be 1. Add mutation. Organism dot get mutation command list stream. Add a random chromosome. Filter. Find first or else otherwise no. Add mutation. Okay, got past that. Add mutation. Execute. So it should add a random chromosome. Assert equals. Original size. I just realized that I don't like the way organism add random chromosome just pulls that chromosome generator out of the air. I need to make that more pluggable. Let me take a note for that. Okay. Do some springy magic for that. So then it adds the random chromosome, then it tests here that it's got a new one, and then it says that get chromosomes dot get and the last one is not null. Okay, so it has one, and the last one is real, I guess. Added chromosome, it gets that. Then assert true, added chromosome gets genes. Dot size is greater than 3. Okay, so it just says chromosome generator creates 3 to 6 genes. Is that true? Okay, this is me not knowing how to use Visual Studio. Go. View. Go. Go to symbol. Go to definition. View. Search. Okay. Okay. Bound 4. So why is that failing? Added chromosome dot get genes. Okay, so we'll go back to chromosome generator here and put a breakpoint here. Go back to the test and debug this one. Where does it say I am? Okay. Got it. Yeah, that was definitely me learning my IDE. I didn't know why, I don't know why it was pausing like that, but anyway. Okay, so I have the breakpoint in chromosome generator. We're just going to step through this. Number of genes, 4. Okay, so now we can step out of this, right? New chromosome, get random chromosome. New chromosome should have 4 genes. Okay. That's why I was passing sometimes and failing sometimes. Greater than or equal to 3. Added chromosome. Size 0. Oh. That's weird. Organism. Get chromosomes. Why did it add it to the 0th position? Mutation. Okay, this is weird. Organism. Add random chromosome. Execute new chromosome. Because it adds it into a random place. So it wasn't, okay. So what happened is the reason the test is failing is because the test assumes that the new chromosome is always added to the end, but we keep adding it to the beginning because it inserts it in a random place. So, new chromosome, chromosomes.add, insert index. Make it more testable just by adding the new chromosome to the end. It's almost always adding it to the beginning. That's probably why we keep failing. Okay, so then we don't almost always keep failing. The last time there was 2 failures, and I fixed one of those failures, and then I got another 2 failures, so that means this one passed. Right. So do I have a way to mark the new chromosome? Okay, so we can stop this test. New chromosome. New chromosome dot set ID set where is set ID? Do chromosomes have IDs? I don't remember if I've taken ID out of chromosome. Get genes consumed. I don't have ID in chromosome. So I don't have ID inside of chromosomes, so it makes it hard to filter out to get the new one. And my context documents don't describe all of the tests. So I think what I'm gonna do is add ID back into chromosome. Ugh, I don't like that. And random chromosome. What I could do is, I was thinking about adding the chromosome type property for this mutation command. That's no good. That's no good. Okay, so let's get rid of this code because this is obviously crap. Now then, let's go back to the test. So it's assuming the new one is at the end. That's not true. Add mutation, execute. You know what? The thing to do is to test gene generator or chromosome generator. added chromosome. Yeah. So we're going to move this test to a test for chromosome generator. That's the way to handle this. All right. So JavaCom test, organism test, experiment. Okay. Save this. Let's go ahead and push this up just so that I can get it into the context. Fix the test. Moving this up so that I can move, so that I can create. I don't need to move this up. I just need to ask Claude for a test for chromosome generator and gene generator. Chromosome test, organism test. Since this has all of that stuff, create, right, tests for gene generator and chromosome generator. Okay. So now Claude should write those tests, and then I can move that little snippet of code out of gene test and just make sure that chromosome generator test is testing that everything gets created properly. That's the right way to do this. Where did gene generator end up living? What? Oh goodness, okay. It didn't take that, it didn't finish it out. Let's work on it now. Okay, source, main. Gene generator, chromosome generator, they're in experiment. Makes me think I haven't updated that. Is there value for these test classes if I'm obviously not reading everything? There is, because if the tests pass, then that means they're testing a lot of stuff, and that means that they become something to guard against changes that would break stuff that seems to be working. So when I get to a certain functionality that seems to be working, I can trust that all of the various tests that have been generated are kind of guarding that functionality, even though I'm not reading every single method, every single test method. Repeated test 50. Test chromosomes are unique. That's interesting. Okay. This does that 50 times. That's interesting. Why are you slowing down? After this is done, I'm going to go over to the context to see where it thinks that gene generator, and you can see here, chromosome generator test is putting, okay, core experiment, what? Core organism, chromosome generator test. Where is it doing that? Projects. good. It has that at the top. Gaia F. Source. Main. Java, com, Intermancer. Gaia F. Core. Organism. Core. Experiment. So why is it... Okay, I don't understand. The project knows where those things live, but for some reason in this test that it just generated, it put them in core organism, even though they should be in the experiment. Whatever. Copy this. Go here. In test. Okay. Organism. Is it the same level as experiment? Core experiment? Core. New Java package. Experiment. That's why I put them there, because it didn't have that. New Java file, class. Which one did I grab? Gene generator test. Gene generator test. I should have a failure there at the very top, because this is in core experiment. Okay, did that fix all my other problems? It did not. Gene. Import. Why does it need that? Generate gene, random. What is random? Gene generator, what the heck? That's just making stuff up. Get random gene. Wow. And that is static, right? Yeah. Huh. I don't get you sometimes, Claude. Okay. It doesn't need this. Just like before, it hallucinated these fixtures. It doesn't need this. Doesn't need this. I don't even know what that's for. Get random gene. Wow. Test, generate gene. Get random gene returns a valid gene. Okay. Now, is this working? That works. Okay. It just hallucinated this whole generate gene with a random number thing. I don't know where it got that. gene generator dot get random gene. Wow. I'm very disappointed with Claude here. I am very disappointed. Is this one even passing? Is what? Of course it implements mutational. It's gene. Okay, so does it have the methods that are defined on it? Gene generator. Get random gene. New DataQuantum. It's got that. Okay, boy, it's assuming a lot there. Why did it assume all this? It doesn't take a random word. It just hallucinated that. But why did it hallucinate that? Is it saying something? What interface? What methods do you think gene generator has? Because that test doesn't seem to test the actual code. Now, arguably, the test is testing something better because it takes a seed, so it lets us control the randomness. Okay, let's see what this does. Weird. This one's Sonnet. I should test this in Opus. Performance. Only has a static method, right? Why did it just do that? Why did this just switch to night style? Well, that's fascinating. Thanks, Claude, I guess. This was a big fail for Claude. This was a big fail. I bet Claude Code would be better about this. But Claude Code, I think Claude Code is open to the Pro subscription. But I haven't, but I would probably hit my limits pretty fast. Okay. So that's why I haven't been using Claude Code yet. Okay, that was weird. It just sat there for a while. Okay, that's finally done. Gene generator test. Copy this. Gene generator test. Paste everything. Save it. Go to the top. Run the whole thing. We have a test failure. What? How is that happening? Gene should allow for -1. Gene. Okay. Gene consume. Let's go ahead and step into that. This DataQuantum. Target index list 0. -1. Is this thing creating its own kind of data quantum? New data quantum? Right? Okay. Target index list size 1. Stepping in, we'll probably step into the get method. Don't care about that one. I want the next one, the get value. Okay, not that one. Get value. Index is -1. Return get data point index. That's right. So step into that, get data point. Index is still if data point's empty. Okay. So we shouldn't have to worry about that. What's the value? Index. Can I evaluate in here? Evaluate in debug console. Index mod data points dot size. I thought I tested this. So -1 mod 3. Hey Siri, what's -1 mod 3? Not minus. Hey Siri, what is -1 modulus 3? Sure, try ChatGPT. Let's see. Is -1 mod 3. Should be 2. Okay, how did it get through all of the testing it's been doing? Okay, so let's go to DataQuantum test. So apparently DataQuantum test never tested the -1. Which is its main with modulo. Get value 0, 1, negative. Okay. One, 2, 3, 1. Okay. Test negative indices. Look at that. This is doing it, right? So that should be 3. That should be 2. That should be 1. Now what happens if I run this? I bet that fails. Yep. Interesting. Okay, so I have not been testing this accurately this whole time. DataQuantum test. All those tests that were run, none of them, it's got -1 for the default gene all over the place, I thought. I am very frustrated right now. Okay. So first off, let's fix this. Get math.abs. Done that. Now then DataQuantum test now should work. What did it fail now? So -1 mod 3 -1 mod 3. I want -1 to go to 2. 0, 1, 2. What is 3 mod -1? Is 3 mod -1. Okay, an hour. We're gonna stop here because I don't know how I have gone this long with such a fundamental error in the system. I'm very disappointed, both in Claude and myself. I'm going to spend some time looking at my context document offline. Thank you for your time, and we'll see if this video ever sees the light of day. Thank you.